Hi, welcome to Mamas and Mannies. I'm your host, Trina. This is a short form podcast for mamas that are looking for a quick burst of me time. As always, before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button. Share this with another mama that is looking for some fun things to do this summer, either by herself, with her boo, or with her kiddos. As always, we're going to go ahead and start the episode off with a motivational quote. This quote is for where I'm trying to think Thursday through through Sunday. This quote says, "No one is as hard on me as I am. I don't have to be so critical, and I'm allowed to make mistakes." I don't know who that quote is by. That's an anonymous quote. Again, no one is as hard on me as I am. I don't have to be so critical, and I'm allowed to make mistakes. This is another great quote, basically saying, ease up off yourself. You don't have to be so critical about the things you're doing. If you're picking the right thing, if they're eating the right food, you don't have to be so critical with yourself. I'm going to read this quote one more time just because I think it's so needed, and definitely share this with another mama. No one is as hard on me as I am. I don't have to be so critical, and I'm allowed to make mistakes. That's the quote to round out this week, days 54 to 57. But guess what time it is? It's mama time. Day 54 for 100 days of self-care, summer fun self-care, is create chalk art on the sidewalk. Draw colorful pictures and designs with the chalk. So depends on where you live at. I don't want to tell you to create chalk art and then you get in trouble for it. So if you live like in an apartment, it may be okay to put it on the sidewalk. I would definitely check with your leasing office just to be sure. If you have a park available to you, that may be okay as well. If you own your own property, you don't have a sidewalk, like we don't have a sidewalk on our street, but we have plenty of driveway space. Get up under your driveway, or I would not recommend doing it under your garage. And the reason why that is, if you put stuff down there, it may never go away. It may take a while to go away. One of the good things, like we have a carport, so it's open on both sides. When it rains, the rain gets under the carport, just washes it out. Like my kid, she just did I think an ice cream truck and something else. It washed off. It rained last week. It just went away. Even better if you can get outside of the carport or your garage where that rain is just going to catch it, it works out. So whatever they draw, unfortunately, it'll be washed away. If you want to do something that's going to last forever, you can do it in your garage, or you can do it somewhere where no rain is going to get to it. But chalk art is fun. I think this is something good, especially for you, mama, to release some stress if you're good at drawing. Even if you're not good at drawing, you can always do something very basic. You can make like the sun, some trees, and a house. That's basic. Just about everybody can do that. You can do something even more basic. Write your name in pretty letters like you used to do when you were in middle school. Things like that. Help your kids draw something. Ask them for ideas. If you are really good at drawing, maybe you can do like a field of flowers or something like that. Even I think flowers probably aren't that hard to do. A stem, two lines on the side as the petals, and then maybe like some squiggly lines. That's what I used to do. I'm just thinking when I was younger, I used to do stuff like that. It's always ways to be creative. So that's something to really get your inner childhood going. That's day 54. Day 55 is visit a planetarium to learn about stars, planets, and the universe. I looked up a few places here for Metro Atlanta. It's going to be a little bit outside of Metro Atlanta for one of the places. The first one up is Fernbank Science Center. This is actually a great affordable option. Of course, you can go to Fernbank Museum. that has a cost associated with it. Parking is free at Fernbank Museum, but there is a cost to get in. They have a planetarium inside. They have other great stuff. They have a great outside area. Great outside, they also have a great playground. That's if you want to do that. Like if you have a membership or you know somebody with a membership, I highly recommend Fernbank Museum. I think it's great for your kids to go to, especially when they're older, so they can actually remember the experience. Now, the Fernbank Science Center is something different. They have free parking and also admission is free at the Fernbank Science Center because it does not have as much information. It's still a great place to take kids, especially if you're on a budget. Even if you're not on a budget, the planetarium is really pretty. I'm trying to remember, me and my husband, one year I took my husband for his birthday. I was just trying to do different things. And the Fernbank Science Center, that actually, I wanted to see. Okay, I thought it was a summer program. Okay. I thought it was a different time for the planetarium. So the planetarium, just like any other planetarium, you walk in, it's completely dark. I thought we went at night. Do you remember if we went at night that time? We went to go see? Okay. So we went at night. I don't see the times for the planetarium. Right now, just due to time, like on the podcast, I don't see where the planetarium is showing the hours. But with the planetarium, it's really pretty, especially because we don't get to see stars really in the city. If you live where it's a lot of lights, you're just not going to be able to see stars. If you can see the stars where you live at, that's great, and you don't have a planetarium near you, you can always take you and your family outside, just kind of look up at the stars. My husband found this great app. My oldest daughter had to do a project for school where each night she had to go outside, look at the stars and document what stars or what she saw at night. So my husband downloaded the app. This is also a good alternative if you don't have a planetarium near you. Downloaded the app, and what it did, he would face his phone at the sky. It would identify what constellations you could see. And it also told them one time it was like a shooting star. So really helpful, educational for your kids, something interactive so they can kind of look at. That way you can get away from the TV. It's a quick app you can download and your kids can really see what constellations they're looking at. What was the name of the app? Okay, he don't know. All right, so that is day 55, visit a planetarium. Learn, in this way, when you visit the planetarium, you can learn about stars, planets, and the universe. The next one for Metro Atlanta is the Telus Science Center. It's outside of Metro Atlanta. It's in Cartersville, but it's still a great place. It's a little bit more affordable. It does cost to go there. They also have a planetarium that's like an additional $4 or $5 charge. So that's also a great place to go to. So day 55, your planetarium options for Metro Atlanta are the Fernbank Science Center, the Fernbank Museum, and you can go visit the Telus Science Center in Cartersville. Day 56 is have a sports day in the backyard. You can play sports like soccer, basketball, baseball. If you have, like we have a T-ball set. If you don't have anything in the backyard, that's still good. I think you could probably go to your local Dollar Tree or Five Below and get the things you need, like get a ball for kickball, get a soccer ball, maybe a basketball, get a bat, and then get like a softball if you want to keep it, like a softer ball and not too much of like a hard ball. But it's a lot of things you can do. They have what is this thing called? Badminton nets that you can get, volleyball nets you can get. There are also things like cornhole. It's so much you can do in the backyard. This is something you can do on your own if you were younger and you like to play a particular sport. pull that equipment back out, have a great time by yourself. Or if you're trying to think of something to get the energy out of your kids, you can definitely do that. You can probably take $20 and get a few types of balls, basketball, soccer, volleyball, let your kids have a great time in the backyard. I think that's a great one, doesn't cost that much money. Again, day 56 is have a sports day in the backyard. And finally, to wrap out this week, day 57, go to a drive-in movie. Watch a movie from the comfort of your car. This is always great. Here in Metro Atlanta, I think we have, is it the Starlight? Let's see what the name of it is. But it's a drive-through movie. It's been there forever. Let's see. And I would love, this is a great one too, where you can also leave a comment if you have a drive-through movie in your area, let us know. That way you can share that with another mama. Now, of course, especially since it's summertime, the movie's gonna start a little bit later. So this one may not be a good one for your kids. Like here at the Starlight in Metro Atlanta, they have movies starting at 9:30. Then they even got one starting at 11:55, The Final Destination. I'm not gonna do that. But I think with the movies, they usually do two. Yeah, and that's what it is. They do two. I'm looking at it now. They'll have like a 9:30, and then when that one ends, they'll have another movie. Just depends on how late. Just for me, I'm gonna be asleep by the end. That second movie, I'm not gonna be able to make it. So that's something good if you're looking for, if you have older kids and they stay up later, this is something great to do with them. If you just wanna make it like a date night, that's something good too. A ladies' night, that's great too. Just depends on the audience you're working with. If you have people that go to sleep early, or if you have people that don't need to stay up late like your kids, and you know they're gonna be fussy, this one may not be that the one for you. As an alternative, if you don't wanna do the drive-in movie because it's later, if you have somewhere where you can kind of like black out the room, you can do like a drive-through movie in the living room. Get your chairs set up, or have like the sofa can be the lower level, like the front seat, and then have some chairs behind the sofa that can be like the back seat. There are things you can do that way your kids can get the experience of a drive-through movie. Again, days 54 to 57. Day 54 is create chalk art. Day 55 is visit a planetarium. Day 56, have a sports day in the backyard. And finally, day 57, go to a drive-in movie or create a drive-in type movie theater atmosphere in your own home. Leave a comment, let us know what days you're doing. I think these are some great days. The chalk art, you can get like a little box of chalk, especially since it's back to school. I just went to the store to look for some school supplies, and I think they had a box of white chalk for like $1 or something like that. Great time to pick your chalk up. Chalk lasts for a while because we don't use it really on anything else. So you can get you 1 or 2 boxes and you can have that for the rest of the year. We would love to know if you have a planetarium, if you have a drive-through movie in your area, or what type of sports games you like to play at your house. Again, the name of the game is share, 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 so other moms can have a way to communicate with each other as well as ideas to pull from. Like today, we were like, what do we have to do? It's no time. We have about an hour or 2 we want to waste. We decided to go to the library. So just share, that way another mama can come up with some ideas, especially for the summertime when kids are out of school. They're either hungry or bored. At least, hopefully, the podcast will take care of the being bored option. Remember to follow us on all social media platforms at Mommas and Mannies. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, share, comment, check our reels out and our shorts. And remember that me time is essential and it is never selfish. Have a great week, mama.